Hey guys, it's Joy here. In today's video, I'm super excited about because I know a ton of you are about to be freshmen in college this year. Congratulations for getting into college and making it this far, and I'm so excited because so many of you have messaged me and asking for college advice and all of that stuff, and you're finally starting school. So today's video is going to be on college orientation advice because I know July, August, a lot of you guys will be hitting orientation before you start school. If you already went to orientation, sorry, but if you haven't, use these tips. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you know every time I post, and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Also, if you are trying to pack for college, check out the link in the description box. I made a full-blown everything you need for college checklist. It's the college dorm essentials checklist, and it's a blog post that is so good. I know some of you gave me some good feedback on it, so I'm glad you enjoyed that. So if you haven't looked at it, check that out below because it will have everything you need to buy, pack, consider getting for your dorm and college year. So let's start with number one. So you need to consider your travel arrangements. So do you have to fly to your school? Do you have to drive? Who's driving you? Do you need a hotel? If your family's staying, do you get to stay on campus? All of that stuff. So make sure you know that, and that will usually be included in emails your school sends you or an orientation packet that you'll get in the mail. Number two, figure out if you're going alone or with your family because that will change your arrangements a little bit. If you're going alone, maybe try to see if there's other students in your city that you can carpool with. If you know anyone else going to your school, try to arrange going with them because then you won't be completely alone. I went to orientation alone, but I flew with someone else who was going to my school from my city, my roommate from freshman year actually. Third, if you are going to be staying overnight at your school, figure out if you need to bring sheets, towels, etc. because you'll probably be staying in a dorm. I know USC gave us these disposable sheets, and they're whatever, they're fine for one night, but you did have to bring a towel and stuff and all your shower stuff. So figure out what you need to bring to orientation. Also figure out if you need to bring anything like a photo, for your student ID. If you need to do stuff ahead of time, get all of that stuff on a checklist and make sure you do that. Because I know for me, we had to submit photos for our student ID and blah, 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 blah. And schedule times for different things for when we got there. Fourth is figuring out where you actually need to go when you get to school, because there's probably a meeting place, there's probably an auditorium or somewhere where everyone's meeting to get the orientation started. 5, bring a portable charger because you don't know when you're gonna get to charge your phone. Bring your phone charger too, but that's just a small thing that you should bring. 6, you're going to be meeting a ton of people, so maybe clean up your social media. This is going to be the first impression people will get of you, mostly because you'll meet someone and it'll be like, hey, what's your name, where you're from, what's your major, and then you'll be like, what's yours, you have social media or whatever, or can I get your number? And then they're gonna look at that to learn things about you, and then that's how you're gonna remember people's faces when you get back to school, because you're gonna forget people's names all the time, but if they're on your Instagram feed, you'll start to remember some names and stuff. So that's just a thing that I wanted to throw in there because you will be meeting people and getting their socials and stuff, so you want to make sure that you're giving someone your social and you have all this weird stuff on your Finsta or whatever. Just make sure you got all your stuff, your ducks in a row. 7 is make sure you hit up an activities fair so you can figure out what types of clubs you might be interested in, get on some email lists so when you get back to school you have some events to go to and things like that. Number 8, when you're on campus, maybe try to find your dorm or where you'll be living. You might not be able to go inside, but maybe find your building just so you'll know for move-in day kind of where you should go. Number 9, explore around campus. So for orientation, you'll mostly be on campus, but start to look at what's off campus, see if there's any restaurants, see what stuff to do there is in the town or city you're in, and maybe see if anybody wants to go with you if you have any free time. That's a good way to make friends or whatever. The next thing is to do all of the corny activities that are mandatory / optional. I know orientation, you do a lot of icebreakers and get to know yous, but that's really how you're going to start to meet people. I still have friends that I met at orientation, so make sure you are pushing yourself to be a little bit more social even if you're shy, because this is like your first impression of people. And then the last thing is, if you make your class schedule, make sure you schedule smart. There are so many things that you need to take into account. If you want me to do a video specifically on like making your college schedule, let me know. But basically, make sure if you're not a morning person, you're not scheduling morning classes. If your advisor says to take this class and you don't, like, take the class, like, yeah, so just listen to what your advisor says. That's who's gonna help you make your schedule most likely, and you'll be good. And don't stress if you don't get what you want, because that really happens for freshmen a lot, because you're probably going to be the last people to schedule. So those are all of my tips. I think that was about 11 tips that I gave you for college orientation. Comment down below what school you will be going to in the fall, and if you're not a rising freshman, comment where you might want to go to college or where you went to college. So I thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more college videos for my back to school series, make sure you click up here, because there's a whole playlist you can binge watch and all of that good stuff. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.